What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live. Now, I'm going to come on here and hang out with y'all today, talk about the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. Now, if you watched the live stream yesterday, you already heard about this and you saw the trophy. But for those who didn't watch yesterday's stream, let me step out of the way and show it to you. This is one of 7 trophies that will be given out on November 2nd to the best dispensaries, the best cultivator, and the best processor in Ohio. Now, I've been in this program for 5 years, so I've tried a lot of this stuff. So I got lots of opinions. I won't be voting. But you can vote at OhioCannabisAwards.com. That is the official site to vote for the first Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner that is on November 2nd. So the first thing you'll do is you'll go to my website, OhioCannabisAwards.com, and you'll need to sign into the site, and you'll need to fill out the voter registration form, which is very quick and easy. Once that happens, we'll send you a voter ID. You'll be able to use that voter ID to be able to vote for the best dispensary. We have all of them loaded in there, the best cultivator, the best processor, and what I just want to let you know is how we got to this point. And I talked a little bit about this on Instagram, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it here because I feel like more people will watch this video here than they will on Instagram. So I've been in the program as a medical patient since 2018. And when I got my card, there were no dispensaries open. So really the only option we had was Michigan. And so I went up there early 2019, started to learn how their market worked. And at the time, the way that market worked was home growers were growing cannabis and selling it to the dispensary. And this is a great thing, right? Because this is home grow people being able to sell their cannabis that they grew themselves to dispensaries, and people from all over can purchase their products. Well, when the government changed there in Michigan, there was a lot of things happening that shouldn't have been happening. So these cultivators, these home growers, they was giving this cannabis, selling this cannabis to dispensaries, but they weren't getting it tested, and this led to people getting sick, moldy weed, contaminated weed, pesticides in the weed, all kinds of things that a lot of people just didn't know about and couldn't figure out why they didn't feel right after smoking some weed they got from Michigan. So the government began to crack down and say, if you're not going to get your stuff tested, you cannot sell it to a dispensary. That changed everything because now all those companies that were out west and everywhere else that had legal cannabis were now looking and saying, oh, now we can swoop in. And that's exactly what happened right in the midst of the pandemic. A lot of growers just tapped out and says, man, I ain't got money to pay for no lab tests. My stuff's good and I know it. Nobody wants to hear it. But testing is important. And a lot of times companies were skipping the testing to save a buck. And they know they had a lot of people coming from Ohio who were just trying to get the cheapest that they could get. And they didn't care whether it was tested. All I know is it was in a big deli glass jar and I could put my hand in it and smell it and all that. No one's realizing how unsanitary that kind of business model is. And no one realizes that, these places will sweep up weed off the floor and rebag it and sell it to us for $20 an ounce or something. You just didn't know that because you're going there, you're going to Monroe, you're going to Morenci, you're in a hurry, you want to save money, and you want to get back over the border. So, now Michigan is a lot different. They've got a lot of MSOs there. A lot of the dispensaries there are MSO owned. And a lot of these companies that were mom and pops are gone. So when you go there and you support Michigan, okay, what you're really doing is you're supporting MSOs. Now, if you like supporting MSOs, more power to you. I ain't got nothing. I feel like MSOs are taking away the small little guy businesses. Instead of finding ways to work with them, they're finding ways to buy them out and just make them disappear altogether. So now you go to Michigan and that good homegrown weed you was getting from the dispensary then is gone now. Now you're getting the commercial weed that's been sitting for however how long, and they're marking it down so cheap that you can't resist the price. And you don't even look at how old the weed is. Ohio's market has grown. We went from having 4 dispensaries to 145 dispensaries. Okay? Not all 145 may be operational right now, but I can tell you that that number is going to double. It's going to be almost 300 dispensaries in Ohio. So what I'm getting at about the prices being high right now, there's not going to be no choice but to lower the prices when you have 300 plus dispensaries in the state. Michigan has more than that. Okay? And this is another reason why Michigan, California, Colorado, and in New York as well have these problems where they've got so much stuff there that they end up just throwing it away or burning it, destroying it because no one's buying it. In Ohio, we have a situation here where the market was confused about what was going to happen. We thought recreational sales were going to happen in June. They thought it was going to be this big shortage. None of that actually happened. Now we have people trying to figure out if they should go to an Ohio dispensary, and the narrative is Michigan is cheaper. Okay. Now, if you have a medical cannabis card in Ohio, you are going to absolutely get the best deal possible. Period. 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 If you're going to just be one buying recreational, there's some things you consider. First of all, there's a lot of companies out here in Ohio that are new. They just opened these places up. They're so excited for you to come and check out what they got. But they need to hear from consumers on what products to buy. One of the reasons people are not going to dispensaries is they can't find the strain they want at their local dispensary. Part of the reason that's happening is because people don't even know the name of the local dispensaries. So now it's time for you to go around your town, if you got dispensaries there, and buy some products and figure out who's got the best products, which dispensary is doing the best job, and support Ohio. Because guess what? Ohio's struggling. I know they posted a big update. I put a video out. They made $100 million. Let me just put in perspective for you. All them companies that made that money, they're in the hole because they have not been making the money that they thought they were going to make because everybody was going to Michigan. So even when there is a deal to be had, you don't know about it because the state of Ohio has made it literally impossible for you as a consumer to learn about these companies. So what started Ohio Cannabis Live in the very first place was trying to figure out a way to let you all know worldwide, not just in Ohio, but everybody, what was happening with Ohio Cannabis. Different companies, different products. I've reviewed many products. I've posted over 800 videos about Ohio Cannabis. I've done enough reviews on products, devices, so you can get a lot of information just by watching my platform. But what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to help you and help our state, first of all, show that we are better than Michigan. We cannot continue to lose to Michigan. We cannot continue to lose in football, in cannabis, and any other sports. I refuse to continue to allow this to happen. It is time for us to take care of Ohio. It is we voted for legal cannabis. Y'all wanted legal cannabis. Y'all wanted to regulate it like alcohol. It's time for us to come together as a cannabis community in Ohio to make sure that Ohio does what they're supposed to do. And this also includes getting the prices lowered. This includes protecting us, keeping them from changing the law. This is why I'm hosting the Ohio Cannabis Expo Canton, to make sure before the election that you can get an education about the legal cannabis situation in Ohio that is in jeopardy right now because they think we're so busy up in smoke that we're not paying attention that they plan on changing the law. Let me go over some of the evil things they want to do. Number one, they want to cut home grow plants from 12 to 6. They want to lower THC from where it's at now, which is in the 70s, into the 50s. They want to make it to where Medical patients can't smoke. They want to take the social equity money and all the tax revenue and give 30% of it to the police. We cannot allow this to happen. At the same time, Michigan is stealing all of our cannabis money that we should be getting right now. 100 million ain't enough. We should be at 200 million, but we're not. And guess what? You know what the Cannabis Cup Awards is like in Michigan right now? You know what it is? Where is it at? You know what they do every year? Let me show you what those Michiganders do every year to take our money. They sell you a backpack full of weed and tell you to go home and vote on it. So they want you to spend $300 of your hard-earned money on their mystery bag of tricks. Now I'm asking you to vote for our companies here, and I ain't asking you to spend $300 on a mystery bag. You can go to my website and you ain't really got to spend no money. You already been to some of these places, but I encourage you to be honest and go out and try these dispensaries. I do. I really do encourage you to do that because maybe you'll know there is deals to be had. Not every dispensary has got a deal going on. But I can tell you, I went to Cleveland, who has one of the highest tax rates in the state. And I went there to a dispensary and I got a crazy amazing deal. And because I'm on YouTube, I can't outline what the deal was, but I would tell you it was definitely a Michigan type deal for sure. Okay. So don't think that your local dispensaries ain't been studying the Michigan market for the last 2 years, trying to figure out how they could be like Michigan. And what I'm trying to tell you is that all you got to do is visit OhioCannabisLive.com, OhioCannabisDispensaries.com, OhioMedicalCannabisGroup.com, or any one of my other 15 websites to find out how much this stuff really is. Because if you just let your neighbor and your friend and your local dealer tell you that it's cheaper in Michigan, you won't get on the computer, get on that expensive iPhone that you're on right now, or your Samsung, or even the budget phone that you're on right now, and just go to the internet for yourself and see for yourself what the prices are. Don't let your neighbors and your friends tell you how to spend your money in your state. And don't let Michigan keep beating us. Because guess what? I bet our trophy is bigger than theirs. I bet their trophy ain't even this big. Because we are bigger and better than Michigan. Now, to all you cultivators, processors, dispensary owners, it's on you to make people see who the best dispensary is. I can't do it for you. I cannot sell it for you. You have to work over the next couple of weeks to show them why they should stop going to Michigan. Because I'm here to tell you, if we don't get it together, we're going to mess up what we've been wanting all this time, to be able to not have to make that trip across the border and stop going to these fake dispensaries and buying THCA. That is not good quality weed. It's not. I promise you it ain't. Take it from somebody who's growing it, who's been using it for since I was 15 years old. THCA ain't it. And neither is that Delta 8. That's some, if you want to go to sleep, if you really want to go to sleep and not clean your house and not live your life and not become famous or not become who you want to be, then go ahead and buy some Delta 8 and go to sleep for the rest of your life. Because that's all it's good for, is going to sleep. Now, and here's the thing. Most people don't realize that the Delta 8 that they're selling, the THCA that they're selling, it's just them taking some weed and repackaging it and showing you a lab report from 2 years ago and saying, oh, we got it tested. So, again, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to go to OhioCannabisAwards.com. One of my moderators, whoever's in here, we got 88 people in here. Woo-hoo. Go on in here and put the link in there, OhioCannabisAwards.com, and you tell me who the best dispensary by region is. You tell me who the best cultivator is, who the best processor is. And by the way, tickets are on sale right now for the Ohio Cannabis Expo and the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. Now we got two packages. Here comes Salesman Riley. Y'all know I used to be a salesman, right? So right now, if you just want a ticket to the expo, it is $35. Now we had it was earlier, it was cheaper. Y'all missed the flash sale. This Hilton stuff ain't cheap now, okay? When I said we got the ballroom, I'm joking with you. We got the whole hotel. Might as well say that. We got the ballroom, the meeting room, the conference room, the private dining area in the restaurant. We gonna be all over this hotel. And did I mention it was in downtown Canton? Did I mention that it was the Hall of Fame Hotel, by the way, where they do where all the celebrities go at? Did I tell you that part yet? Have you seen the pictures on my website? Go to Ohio Cannabis Expo on Facebook. I posted the pictures of the inside of this place. It's got chandeliers in it. I ain't talking about doing an expo in a warehouse. I'm doing the expo in the Hilton, yo. We stepping up first class. I got a ballroom set up with a buffet for 100 people for the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. So, if you want to get the dinner ticket, it's $100. That's your 2-day admission for the expo and the dinner. If you just want to come to the dinner, no hard feelings, that's $50. Just remember, Anthony Riley always feeds everybody at the event if he can. Anthony Riley always makes sure you get free stuff at my event every single time, even if it come out of my own pocket. If you've ever been to an Ohio Cannabis Live event, you already know how we get down. So don't ask me these silly questions about, well, is it going to be consumption there? No, we cannot have consumption at a event with license holders. We cannot do it. We can't do it. It's against the rules. Public consumption is not legal. And I don't think that's right. But we have to go by the rules because we want the Division of Cannabis Control to come to our event and respect the fact that we follow the rules the Ohio way and make sure that we are putting out the accurate information about legal cannabis in Ohio to make sure that you can meet some of these companies who are still mom and pops. I got a lot of companies that are still here that y'all need to know exist. You know, it's hard. I mean, there is over 30 plus cultivators, 30 plus processors, 145 plus dispensaries. Now, I spent a lot of time in blood, sweat, and tears going to the state's website and reconciling all this information and putting it into a form so that you can actually vote. And it'd be right, it'd be fair, it'd be accurate. And everybody who knows how I do this stuff, I put nothing but heart and soul into everything I do. And I'm very passionate about this. So, again, who do you think really deserves this trophy? I ain't interested in hearing the comments about Michigan. Go Bucks, go Bucks, go Bucks. It's time for us to start acting like we live in Ohio and stop acting like we want to move to Michigan. Because you know what? I've been there. I've done it. I tried it. I smoked it. And guess what? I'm not that impressed. So the next thing I do after this will probably be the first ever Michigan versus Ohio Cannabis Championship when we go head to head. We go head to head with them. Bring that smoke. Y'all sneaking it over here anyway. They keep thinking their stuff is so much better than the stuff we got. Do you really believe that? Are you really Team Michigan? Are you Team Michigan or you Team Ohio? If you Team Ohio, I expect to see you at the Ohio Cannabis Expo. I expect you to go on the website and vote. I expect you to go to an Ohio dispensary, a real one. And when you go there, look for this little weird green sign that says Division of Cannabis Control. If it don't have that green sticker on it, it ain't a real dispensary. I don't care what they're telling you. And guess what? There's fake delivery happening right now. Fake delivery. They're actually advertising like they got our products and they're going to deliver them to your doorstep seamlessly. Make sure you give us a $400 deposit. Don't do it. Don't give nobody no money for no Ohio cannabis on the internet unless it's a licensed dispensary and you can pay when you pick it up. There is no legal cannabis delivery in Ohio right now. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying to you. And no, we do not have pre-rolls yet, but we will. So, again, I had to keep making sure I get this message very clear to you. We got work to do. A lot of work. And so you go into the dispensary and you tell them you saw Ohio Cannabis Live and that's why you're here. And you want the best deal possible. You tell them that Ohio Cannabis Live sent you and you are here for the best deal they got. You are here for the best service they can provide. And you are here to support local, to support Ohio. So we can get our roads fixed because I know you're tired of riding on bumpy roads. I know you're tired of the high gas prices. I know you're tired of paying extra money for all this stuff because our state always pretends like they're broke. Well, I'm going to let you know something. Ohio is not broke. They have already collected $100 million off of this weed. Where is our cut? It's time for us to come together. If not now, maybe never. We're just going to keep helping Michigan get their roads fixed. We're going to keep helping their economy. We're going to keep helping them beat us every year. So now I'm going to say it and wrap it up like this. Are you Team Bucks? Are you Team Michigan? Because you know what I want to say right now? Woo! Michigan. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm born and raised from Dayton, Ohio, if you didn't know that. And I've been living in Columbus for 20 plus years. And I've been there, done that. We could keep giving them money and keep letting our situation here keep going downhill. But at the end of the day, I'm here to give you all the messages. I'm here to bring y'all the news. I'll see y'all in the next video. You didn't even know I was going to come on today. It surprised you. Keep watching.